Commit.
Okay, wait, right behind,
You're doing great.
I'm not doing great, I'm not doing
You're doing fine.
Why was it important for you to prioritize financial resource here in the Everglades?
Because no one else was doing it, and we needed leadership, and we needed to get it done. So I took the bull by the horns. I mean, a lot of the obstacle had been lobbying by sugar, big sugar. Did not want to see the water restored. They wanted that land for agriculture, which, you know, look, I'm supportive of agriculture, but, you know, we have to make sure the water flows. So when I was running, you know, they spent $25 million against me in the primary. And usually you're dead when that happens. I won. And so I had a mandate to really go and do the Everglades in a big way, and we did. We created under my tenure the Florida Wildlife Corridor, massive expansion. So really from southern Florida up the spine of Florida is conservation now. We want to make sure that we're preserving the natural beauty of Florida. And the Everglades is the backbone of the drinking water supply in southeast Florida. So that's 6 million people. A healthy Everglades fortifies the aquifer, which is really important.
There's so many different species of birds here in the Everglades. It's one of the rare places that you can come and see so many different species of wading birds. Egrets, the flamingos are starting to reestablish here in the Everglades, which is amazing. Guy Bradley was the original game warden for the Audubon Society, and back in the 20s he was killed trying to protect the herons as people were harvesting them for their plumes for their hats to sell up in New York City back in the 20s, and it's just a reminder of, you know, what was going on back then and how important it is to protect those species.
And back then, they did not have Burmese pythons here. We're here. I think this is kind of the main attraction with our python people for Florida Fish and Wildlife. So give us a rundown of what we're looking at here and the python issue.
Burmese pythons are an invasive species in Florida, which means they're causing harm to the environment. We've got hundreds of contractors working every single day to remove pythons. Members of the public get involved through our Python Challenge event. It's all hands on deck when it comes to invasive species.
And when you say very significant harm to the environment here, that means what?
That means they are an apex predator like nothing the Everglades has ever seen. So they go after deer, they'll go after hogs, bobcats, our wading birds, even alligators. Kylie is one of our biologists. She's gonna run us through our safe capture demo. Do you think it would take a lot of strength to wrangle a python? It takes finesse. This is a large animal that can get upwards of 20 feet in their native range. The largest one removed from Florida is about 19 feet. Wow. So what Kylie's doing here is waiting for the python to extend its body so its head is away from its body. And you could see how much space that gave her to get low on the ground and pin the animal behind the head. So if this is the head, she's pinning it right behind the jaw bones. Once she has that done, she can use her free hand to grab the python around the neck, right behind the jaw bones, and you want to have a tight grip, but not too tight, because again, it's about finesse, not strength. You want to try?
Oh, God. Are you sure the governor doesn't want to
No,
go
I've
first?
done it before. I've already got my experience. I said never again.
Ready?
No.
We're gonna coach you.
Okay.
She's gonna let the python go.
One snake.
Commit.
Okay, wait,
You got
right
it.
behind,
You're doing great.
I'm not doing great, I'm not doing
You're
anything.
doing fine. You're doing fine. You're assessing the situation. It's good.
God.
There you go. There you go. Roll up. Roll that up. Roll that up a little further. You got it. You got her. You got her. Good. Good. Hold on.
Yeah.
Very good. Kylie, how did I get
I mean,
this
I
thing?
didn't do that, but
So use whatever hand you want, and you're gonna grab right behind the shovel to
oh,
Sarah.
God.
welcome. You ready?
You got a grip?
Hang on, you got it.
Okay.
You got it.
3, 2, 1.
Hey!
wow.
Fantastic.
Good job.
So now you can feel how strong she is. So Tom is coming with the
Kylie
bag
gonna
here.
grab it?
Don't release until Kylie says she's ready.
3, 2, 1, release. Thank you.
Beautiful. Well
Good
done.
job,
well
man.
done. We can go look for some wild ones.
When did you first realize they were a problem? Or when
I
did
knew
Florida
as soon as I took office, it was an issue.
And how long has that been going on for?
It's been going on really, so it started Hurricane Andrew in 1992 where they got released. I think it took time for them to take over and replicate, but by like 2000, 2005, it was an issue, and then it kind of got worse. And then we came in and said, all right, we're gonna put more money into it. We're gonna give cash incentives, and the numbers went up. But you know, the question's like, what's the goal? The goal is eradication.
All right, gentlemen, we have an officer up here with a snake. We're going to respond and assist.
That's big.
Governor?
No, go ahead. Whoever wants to do it, you show us the way.
Go ahead, Kylie.
We can do it together.
Kylie's on it.
Wow, look at that. Well, you saved a rabbit maybe
That's
or
right.
something.
One less
lot of
python in
rabbits.
the Everglades.
All right, so going around your arm, is that a problem?
It can be if you're alone out in the field, but it's
Okay.
just a tight hug.
Okay.
Yeah, if you stay low to the ground, like she's doing, it's not gonna go after those critical parts of your body, like your neck or your chest.
What's the next step? If someone's out here hunting this, what do they do with that?
They're a prohibited species in Florida, so most people don't have permission or authorization from the state to live transport them. So in this case, if Kylie was just a member of the public out here hunting and came across one, they would have to be humanely killed on site. And so there's a variety of tools and techniques we recommend to the public to use for that.
Which is what?
Captive bolt stunner is probably the most effective, efficient, and humane method that we recommend to folks. It's about yay long. There's no projectile of any kind, but it's powerful enough. It releases a steel rod directly into the brain of the animal. Follow that up with pithing to destroy the brain completely, and that animal will be dead very quickly.
What do you think has to happen to get the numbers down to what you want it to be?
Truthful answer, I think some significant scientific advance in either synthetic biology or some kind of genetic control is probably where we'll end up going. Manipulation of the DNA of the animal, but that comes with its own significant risks and a lot of ethical questions and moral questions that we all have to answer as scientists before we even consider doing something like that. So that's decades upon decades out, but that's where a lot of our scientific partners are leading.
I think in the short term, though, increasing our detection capability is really the first step because they're so hard to find. Fortunately, between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. is like the best time.
Yeah,
But we don't need to stay out here that
Night vision goggles.
that's right.
We got them.
Thank you guys so
All
much
right,
for
yeah,
having us.
thanks a
Our
lot.
pleasure.
Great
Thank you
job.
for being out here.